everyone, welcome to Studiostone Creative. This is a tutorial on how to carve a small turtle. This is from our Small Animals series, which is typically catered towards schools and groups. And it's just a fun activity that can be done within 30 to 90 minutes, depending on how much effort you want to put in. So, to begin with the turtle. Any animal, you want to get it wet first. So just dip it in the water and then put it back on your plate. Now this stone, for example, is so pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the side I want on the top to display the most. I'm thinking this one. Soapstone is a metamorphic rock. It comes in many different colors, and it is formed over millions of years with heat and pressure. So that's why you'll see different patterns. You may see veins, you may see dots, stripes, blues, greens, browns, reds. It's so beautiful, and it's got such a variety. Now, the darker the rock, like these little black bits, they're going to be a lot stronger than if your stone is white or brown. To carve, you'll have a sanding stick or a diamond file. Now these files are really handy for getting up in any little corners. Let's start with this, our trusty sandy stick. So first, what I like to do is we're going to start with the legs. Just these legs here. The flippers. What we're going to do is we're going to sand it. We're going to file away and reduce it by maybe like either half or a quarter. We just want to remove a little bit so we can shape the body, shape the shell without the legs being part of the shell. So to do that, it's up to you how much you remove, but make sure you remove a good enough amount. But that is a distinct difference between the legs and the shell. And then I'll just start with one to show you. But after you've reduced enough, what you can do to the legs is, first of all, find the sharp bit of your file and go at it in a diagonal. And this helps round out the feet. So, this is before and this is after. So you want to do this 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And then, for the tail, you want to hold it and just go diagonal down. The tail will basically be pointing downwards. You can go at it like this, or from the side. It's up to you. Again, just rounding it out. Got a cute little tail. I'm going to bring down the rest of these legs, and then we're going to do the shell and the head together. Welcome back. We've done the legs now. Time for the head. So, to begin, you want to take one of your sticks, and basically we're going to carve it at an angle. So instead of it being flat on like this, which would just reduce the head size, you want to have it at a 45-degree angle. Doing this creates a slant which looks like the head is coming out of the shell. You can also do this with the file too. So instead of it going straight on, again, you have it at an angle like this. So on one side, you want the head to be coming up, like so. Like so. And on the other side, the bottom, you want the head to be coming out of the shell, but it's going to be going in the reverse direction. So this side, I'm going down. And as you can start to see, the head is protruding out of the shell. When you're happy with how much you have reduced it, then start to round it again. So, as we discussed before, you go diagonal and you rub away those edges just to make it start to look nice and round. If you're not sure if it's round enough, give it a little feel. If you feel anything that's too sharp, just rub over it. Just go over it until you're happy with how round it is. End of the day, this is your artwork, and you should let your creativity flourish. So here I've done a little basic head, super fast as well, really didn't take long. You are more than welcome to take longer in perfecting it and making it exactly how you want it. Now, there are things that you can do to personalize the turtle's head. You can carve an incision in the middle to make it look like it has little eyes sticking out. But I'm quite happy with how my turtle head looks. I like it like this. If you want to, you can also make a little mouth by just going diagonal. But let's work on the shell. So after you've done the head, the legs, and the tail, the shell, you're going to go diagonal. So you're going to hold it down like this and just push. And really start to shape that shell how you want it. Okay? And go all the way around and try and make it as round as you like. And then also with the bottom as well, just round the bottom part a little bit too. If you look at a turtle, you see that they do have a round part where their belly is and it meets the shell. Okay, so that will just take a few minutes to do that. Okay, and here we have a lovely looking turtle. So I've rounded out the shell. The tail's nice and round too. We have the legs. The head is sticking out. The belly is round enough, but not so round that it won't lay flat. Now we're ready for the sanding. So to do so, you have an orange and a yellow sandpaper. The orange sandpaper is a thicker grit, so we'll start with that one. The yellow one is smoother. And just like the file made some big lines, big scratches, and then it just goes big scratches to smaller scratches to even smaller scratches until you can barely see them and it gets super shiny. So you keep your sandpaper wet and you just want to scrub. If you're having difficulty getting in some nooks and crannies, fold the sandpaper again, and then you'll make it thinner so you can get up in there a lot easier. So just a few minutes on with the orange, and then when you're ready and all of the scratches have gone, you'll be ready for the yellow sandpaper. Same thing again, you dip it into the water, and you just go ahead and you just scratch away. And that's when you really start to see the beautiful color of the stone come out. So a few minutes on that, and then we're ready to wax. So now I have sanded this turtle. I can really see the beautiful natural stone, all the colors, all the patterns inside of it. Gorgeous. This one is ready for a wax. After waxing, there are things we can do to help decorate. We can engrave the shell a little bit, so we can show you that later on. And for now, let's get to waxing. The last stage is waxing. To do so, we have a piece of wax here. This is paraffin, food safe wax. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be coating our sculpture with the wax. Now to do so, we have to melt this and heat up the stone so it adheres to the soapstone. This is already waxed. So already you can see the difference between, let's see this one. This one's kind of gray. It feels a little bit chalky still. Whereas this one, it's nice and smooth. You can see all the natural patterns, the color of the stone. So to do so, we need to heat up the stone. We can use a hairdryer or we can use a heat gun. And then we're going to coat it with the wax. So let's heat up our stone. Now, as my stone is hot enough, I can now just rub the wax on top. Just like that. Be careful if it's very, very hot. You don't want to burn yourself. You want to do this all over. If there are any scratches on your stone in the future, you can reheat your stone and the wax will seep into those scratches and essentially make them disappear. Now this little piece of wax is enough for your animal, but if you're looking for something more temporary or without the heat element, you can use oils. But these are only temporary as the stone will soak them up again. So just be careful when you apply the wax as it is hot. And you want to let them dry for a little bit just so they cool down. To speed up the drying process, you can dip them into water, cold water, and this will make the wax harden. So I'm going to wax the rest of my pieces and then we can talk about etching. The next step we're going to talk about is etching. Now this step is optional, but it can really heighten the stone carving experience with these small animals. For example, if you have a pin or a cuticle tool or anything sharp, even a paper clip, you can draw onto the animal. Now with the turtle, for example, you can spend some time to really work on the shell. So I'm going to come along and I'm going to draw some shell patterns. So you're just gently scratching. That's all you need to do. Just a gentle scratch. So now we have the turtle, the butterfly, the bee, the fish, and the frog. They've been carved, they've been sanded, they've been waxed, and they've been etched too. I really like the way the patterns on this rock looked. And even though I do love a shell design on the turtles, I think that beautiful natural stone is just too good to hide. So I'm going to heat it up again and you'll see the wax melt back into the scratches. As you can see, the etching has disappeared. The scratches are filled with wax again, and it's just good as new. If I want, I can re-etch, or I can leave it as it is. So now we have the frog, the turtle, the fish, the bee, and the butterfly. These are our small animal series. Thank you for carving with me today. My name is Phoebe. and I hope you have a wonderful day.